Glorious day to you, my friends. Welcome to day number 5 of being, blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing grace. Where for 144 days we're going to be chanting and using the Mala of Ascension. We're going to be spiraling up the Great Pyramid, poking our head through the hub of the Dharma chakra, using the Eye of Providence to look down on reality from a divine perspective. We are connecting in with spirit, where for the first 55 days, we're unclasping our attachments to the physical and inviting and allowing easing into spirit and all things that are non-physical. And non-egoic as well. So this Mala of Joy, for 55 days we're going to be chanting Om Mani Padme Hum for 108 times for the first part of the Mala of Ascension. And the second, we'll be chanting Om Ahung, both magical chants. Om Mani Padme Hum basically means I am the jewel of the lotus. Mani, this jewel in the lotus, when we're sitting in our crown, in our throne, and we're shining our inner being out, we are sparkly just like a jewel. And then we're going to let go of what we think we know about ourselves, what we think we know about this physical reality, this 3D life. Water is life, my friends. Stay hydrated. In Omahung, when we unclasp our attachments to this physical, and we embrace and invite and ease into this wisdom, this Om, this emptiness, and Hung, our union of the both, we, all of us, becoming one with the emptiness and the wisdom of it, by slowing down our thought process, our mind, this chitta, this nirodha, us being able to slow down the modifications of our mind, the attachments, how we see things, how we want to change it into something that we more prefer or how we like it. But it is what it is already. It does not need to be changed. And when we slow down and even stop our mind, it's very difficult to do. Those thoughts that do come in are not from our conscious mind. It is from our heart, our holy fire, our spirit, from this non-egoic highest source of consciousness. Well, today, interestingly, is the Hindu festival Navratri, there we go, where for 9 days we honor the supreme goddess Durga, the mother goddess, Ma Durga, It fits well with what we're doing because for 55 days, the first 55 days of this Fibonacci spiraling up the Great Pyramid, the underlying chakra is Vasundhara, the earth star chakra, our connection to all things that are physical, which is why we're unclasping. We're loosening our grip on what we think is this reality, what we think is this physicality. And this mother goddess, the mother, we see Mother Nature as Mother Gaia, this Mother Earth. It's hosting this 3D reality. But Durga, in Shaktiism, in many forms of Hinduism. She's the divine mother. She's one of the aspects of the divine mother, or the highest aspect of the divine mother. The Adi Shakti. The Shakti is the force that is everything lying in wait. This infinite field of possibilities. And she is the Adi, the highest of them. She is both the immovable object and the irresistible force. She, and to me, for this series, we don't have to believe in Durga, okay? We can work with the concepts of Durga being the highest form of the Shakti, or working with the highest form of the Shakti, this underlying force. The Adi Shakti is the holy fire. We're working with this highest form of spirit. We go into the highest source of consciousness to receive more non-egoic holy fire, to purify everything. She is the embodiment of all of that. Excuse me. She works in this physical because she understands this divine order, this divine action, and the divine creation. Since she understands it, she then can become this irresistible force and this immovable object. Aligning with Durga is the same thing as aligning with our joy, our satisfaction, our creativity, our inspiration, our joy, the love, the bliss that's inside. By doing so, we can then ascend upwards into the higher thought forms, understand how this reality works, as we slowly and gently fine-tune our vibration to that of our source within, to that of the Adi Shakti within, to Durga within, Ma, Durga, Ururgata. And Ma is Sahatukuru Utar Arshkata. We've talked about it before in light language, is besides Ma, to elongate the A, we're mothering, we're nurturing this Durga, this ability to shine our light and see and interact with this divine light that everything is made of. When we go and shine our light and we make our light just as bright as this universal light, this light from the highest source of consciousness, then there is no difference. We can't tell the difference between our light and this universal light. Not that we ever really want to. As long as we get inspired by these ineffable concepts of unconditional love, total acceptance, grace, virtue, glory. We as humans have all these ideas of what they are. The whole point of this series is to suspend what we think we know about all of these words and all of these concepts. And by slowing down, by chanting Om Mani Padme Hum, and Om Ma Hum, Om Ma Hung, Iskahaturu Tetara, maybe we'll quiet our mind enough, and that will still our body enough, that this wisdom, this creative wisdom, this Durga, or Brahma, or God, whatever, simply appears in our awareness. Maybe at the beginning, it appears in our imagination, and then it appears in our heart. We can feel this unconditional love, this total acceptance. And just talking about being totally accepted and being at the home of all homes, where no matter what we do, we are accepted and loved. That's what this series is all about, is tapping more into that, allowing it to live in us and through us. I'm wearing pink because it's the color of day one of Navratri. White is tomorrow. I don't know how many days I'm going to do the colors, because we're going to work with different themes on different days. Who knows what Spirit's going to want to talk about tomorrow. But for today, and we're using this Mala of Ascension. And in this Mala of Ascension, part of it, the first 108 seeds of it, is this Mala of Joy that we were working with in the Shine series, where we break up the 108 seeds into 9 groups of 12. And in the Mala of Ascension, we're breaking up the 144 into 12 groups of 12. Okay? So we just have 3 additional groups of 12 on top of the Mala of Joy. So in the Mala of Joy, we break up the 9 groups of 12, and each of them represents one of the chakras in our Merkaba, in our light body, and starting off at the bottom of our Merkaba, Vasundhara, the Earth Star chakra. And then we move up to Muladhara, the root chakra, Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, Manipura, the solar plexus chakra, Anahata, the heart center, Isahaturu Ukutura, Vishuddha, the throat chakra, Anya, or Agnya, the third eye, Sahasrara, the crown chakra, and at the top of our Merkaba, Vyapini, the soul star chakra, the goddess who is everywhere, Isohukutura, Nai Akashihasoturutu. And then there's 3 other concepts. We don't want to call them chakras. Okay, other people have called them chakras, and we can't separate these ideas from each other. They're really just one chakra. And as we'll find out throughout this series, these 3 concepts make up the hub of the Dharma chakra. As we reduce and shrink up with our alignment, we can shrink this chakra, Iskohotoro Atkananiera, the 3 aspects, Rita, cosmic order, divine order, righteousness, truth. In the Avesta, Iskohotoro, the concept of Asha is the same thing as Rita. It's the path of truth. Truth and righteousness and integrity, it matches really well with the I Ching's Te, this, your essence, this integrity, your whole essence. It's the aligned essence of who we really are, our inner being. This Rita is the cyan to white color. And then the next topic they gave me, Vikara, this divine action, this, we're causing things to happen, but it's divine action in divine right timing, because we're using this cyan aspect, this Rita, through righteousness and alignment. Alignment is the easy term for Rita, is that when we're aligned, and we're aligned more often than not, let's put it that way, when we're aligned a high percentage of the time, that is us living our righteous life, being the righteous ruler of our reality, where we're being benevolent and loving and accepting and interactive, and this action, this divine action in divine right timing, this is, you can't separate the 2. We can't say, oh, I'm doing divine action and you're doing it whenever you want. Well, guess what? You're not working with the universe. You're not working with everything else that's out there. You're working with your ego and your will, what you want to create. But this divine action and divine right timing, when they converge and synchronize and harmonize, it leads to this Shristi, this golden white, this divine creation, this 0 point creation, where the more aligned we are, the more instantaneous our manifestations and creations are. Just like when we think of it, it comes into reality. As Abraham Hicks says, as soon as you ask for it, it gets put in your vortex. That is this Shristi portion of it. It's divinely created right now. We are, in this cyan aspect, we are not seeing it. It is not physical and manifest in our reality because we're not a vibrational match to it. So when our only divine action is, at that point, is to get back into alignment and become a vibrational match to it. Okay? Not by trying, by not trying, by being. And that's what this series is all about. And when we let go of what we think we know, and we empty our minds, and we invite in spirit, the information, the knowledge, and the higher knowledge, this jnana and vijnana, can come in. And that's everything that the Bhagavad, I can't say anything today, Bhagavad Gita chapter 7 is all about. After meditation, then engaging in this higher form, this Jiva Shakti, this living Shakti essence, this Adi Shakti, this ability to tap into the living life force. Both this living life force of the physical and the living life force of the non-physical. Hasa aya akachihiru. Well, I'm talking a lot, so let us get to meditating and chanting. So I invite you to sit down or lie down and begin to relax. And invite you to close your eyes. And if you're sitting in seated meditation, or if you're lying down or sitting in a chair, I ask you to do so with a straight spine. But if you're in seated meditation, I like to shimmy a little bit to ensure that my hips are square and have a firm foundation on both hip bones, sits bones, and I relax my shoulders, and I try to keep my shoulders over my hips, just at the beginning, and then I forget all about it. And over time, it gets to be comfortable. I'm also sitting on a block, an easy seat. I'm not crossing my legs in lotus. It's been years since I've done that. Now let us focus our awareness on our breath. As we slowly deepen our breath. And we slowly and elongate our out breath. As we listen to the sound of our breath when we breathe in. And we listen to the sound of our breath on our out breath. As we feel all the feelings when we breathe in. And we feel the physical sensations when we breathe out. As we feel the emotional sensations when we breathe in. We feel the emotional sensations when we breathe out and release. As we feel how it feels to breathe in. And feel how it feels to breathe out. Now let us focus our awareness on our heart centers. For in our heart center is the home of our holy fire, the Oroto Utara Harashahekototora. And our holy fire is the source of our bright light. And every breath that we take with intention fans the flames of our holy fire, breaks down all of the dis-ease in each of our chakras, making cracks in the effects of life, on all these blockages, which makes more cracks for more of our light to shine brightly, and increases the appearance, increases our bright light. As we invite and allow the holy fire to flow in, through, and around us all, in every way, in everywhere, and every when. And we ask the holy fire to only allow in, and we set our intention to only allow in that which is for our highest good, the highest good of all, and it comes from a non-egoic source. Nihorota atahatari hisa aya akatahatarata. Now let us start the divine flow. If you have not done so already, let us take the energy from our heart center and move it up through the chakras, Nihokoto, Uta, Nata, Araharaka, moving it up through Vishuddha, through Anya, through Sahasrara, and up through Vyapini, moving it up through the realms, Nihokuturu Utukuryototo, of the physical and non-physical, Nihorota, Atakarayarata, to the edge of the matrix, to this highest source of consciousness, through the ideas of Rita, righteousness, through Vikara, this actionable form, Niorata Atara Arskanadata, and through Shrishti, Niarya Jahaturu, this divine creation, Niarya Shkotukuru, and into all aspects of the highest source of consciousness, where there is no ego, where there is no judgment, where there is only acceptance, where there is only unconditional love. Where it always respects free will. And where it is unlimited in power. Let's bring back more holy fire, more pure holy fire from the highest source of consciousness. Let us bring it down through Shrishti, this divine creation, through Vikara, this divine action, through Isohotoro Tata Rita, this divine order, divine timing, and down into the matrix, Nihokotara Arashikata, down through the realms, Nihokotoro Usanahata Hiriaratata, and through Vyapini, purifying it, through Sahasrara, purifying it, through Anya, purifying it, through Vishuddha, purifying it, through Anahata, purifying it. And let us move this energy now down through the lower chakras, purifying them and grounding this energy effectively. Moving it down through Manipura, purifying it, down through Svadhisthana, purifying it, down through Muladhara, purifying it, and through Vasundhara, purifying it. Now let's imagine growing roots down into Mother Earth, down, 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 deep into the core of Gaia, wrapping these roots around the heart of Gaia, giving her a great big hug, and bringing back her grounded love. Illuminate the truth of this physicality. Up through the root system, through Vasundhara, through Muladhara, through Svadhisthana, Manipura, and back into Anahata, our heart center. Thoroughly mixing this energy, purified and grounded energy. And now on the out breath, with conscious intention and sankalpa intention from our inner being, let us push this energy outward from our heart center, out from our physical bodies, out into, through our auric field, and out into every aspect of our awareness. Niakatata isuhuturu utakana hasasiti hasha earata akerto. In every way, and everywhere, and everywhere. Nihatata atata karashehyo sokotor. So the process for this meditation will be, we will start off with one Aum. We will chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times, using the Mala of Joy, portion of the Mala of Ascension. The Koshi chime will let us know when we're on the last one, and then we will transition with one Aum. We will take a couple of breaths. Gentle reminder of the mantra switch to Om, Ah, Hum. And we'll use the Mala of Ascension portion. We will chant Om, Ah, Hum 36 times. We will start off with one Aying, Aying, Neoroto Urasahnathura. Om Ahum 36 times, and then we will close out with one Aying Niarasaha Itoro Urkanara Torakata. Inner breath in for Aum. And a breath in to chant. Hotu roto urhana arhake arhasaheta. Icha hoto to urota. Icha hanati riera. Hasuhukuro uturo. Icha hatata aranahaka. Isohukutoro utonoha. Icha hatari ariarahata. Icha kahasisiriara. Itahanata. Isohukutoro urakanahato. Utoro ukahashitoro. Isahaka atara anahakera. Asohukuro. Ushaka atati irariara. Utoto uhurta. Ishahaka ayara. Ishohukutoro unahukoshaya. Isahakara. Itakarara sahiko. Utoto huroto urashahets. Isahakanata itiariara. Ashohoko oro, utoro utanara, ichahatata, isahayarata, ichatahatara harakahetoro, ushahokora nahasa eta, itoto oroto ora, isahaka anahasa siriara, itata atara harakanahasa sihirata, ishohotoro ukunoro, ashahaka ayasaha, atuto uroto utana, ichahatara harakaheasaha, ashoko oro, atuto urotana, isahakararta, hotoro hukoro unahaturu, hasahiti tiarearatahana, achukoroto hota, hasuhukora ornahaye, ishahatata arahakero, ushuhukoro uro, hatur hukona haturo, sihikachara artanahati kariyata, isohukoroho, hashuhuko ornahaturu, kitoto uhortaha, isahaka atara harkehesa, achahatari yarata, kasuhukuturu unoto, hatutu uhukacha, isahakati tiarata, kashahika atarahata, oso ukuturu ukota, isata tahanahara, isuhutata atara harakehesa, kashahe akuturu, sihukuturu anahasa ikuru, shihatata atara harakahesa, kasuhukuturu, shaihaka atara anahasi siriara, hasuku oroho kasosa, kaiheka atara, katutu kurutu urshahatura, pisahakatiti ariaraha nataku, katutu kuruta, kashahe kutara wahasana, hashuhuturu kunatu varate, atukoroto huta, hasahaka asahanata atita, hashuhukoro orohonotoro, kachuhurota, asahaka atara, shihaka atara arkihitara, shihatato toro hukotana, shihaka atara, nitakarata itoro, kasuhukotoro utanatora shihisa, atataha, arhukosho otoro, isahatata arahake eta, kasahanata arahake, natoro hukota arahata, kasuhukotor shahegora, kasahakanoro, utohoro shahegora, atuto horoto uto kashahesa, katuto uroto tati, asuhukanahatara, ishatatakara hati, nasahaka ata, shahegotoro ukuna, kai hakasa anatati, kitokoroto, hasuhukotoro utuna, hisoto rota atanahatakara titahara, kasuhukotoro hata, ishahaka ara harkihanara, itata arata aitari, kitohoroto urota, isahaka ara hatita harta, hashotorokoma, itakarata, ishokoro utonoruru, ashahatikari arataha, kotoro ukuna, atur hukonahara, shiatati arena hasa eka, atukoroto uta, asuhukutoro anahatita, ashahayata atakata atitukuru, kushuhukoro huta, asuhukutoro anahasisa, katata haratitar, isuhukutoro hutanara, shayhe kaasahata, Katoto oroto orona. Isahakatete ariarat. Asho hukotoro. Shahekutore sanahatuta. Sihakatata taharatuta. Isha honoto orohaya. Kasahakatete haraha. Kitoto oroto urashahanoto. Hasu ukotoro hukatayara. Kaihe kaaraharte. Katita karata hata. Iso hukotoro ukuna. Isahaka atita harahatita. Kaihe koorna. Atakarata ahesaha. Hitata harara kehitoro. Oshohutoto uhuna. Kichata harata ayoko. Hashohoko uruta. Isahata takarati tora. Shihaka atara. Katakarata hetoro. Isohukotoro dasha. Isohukatata taharata keta. Kasahakanarehi. Katahara hatutoro. Kisahakati daryara. Ichohotoro orkanare. Shihakatataha. Katoto horoto utoro. Shihoko uroto urshanahasi. Atkarati hitakarahaso. Ushohoko urohanatu. Kasuhukotoro una. Hishata atkararate. Kasahakati tohoroto. Nashahayoko utora atahna. Sihakachata taharate hitoro. Kata taharate. Isohokotoro ukonahatoro. Shihaka asahake aranahatete. Nata harata atakari hiso. Otoro ukonatohoro. Ishahaka arate hitada. Aso orohota. Ichoto oroto ukoda. Katakarata anazisea. Iso hukotoro utoro. Shihaka asa hanata karatita. Iso kotoro ukanara. Shiatata atate irakarahatuto. Kashahaka asa heka. Ni arate hitari hetoro. Ni tata harati horotogo. Shoko urwata arvata. Kasahaka arahatitaha. Katoto horoto uhurutuhuna. Ishata kahiaso. Utokoro hosahe. Natakarata ehita. Ni horoto uhotoro ukota. Shata kaharatita. Kasahakaso oto. Utoro ukonahasaha ata. Sha akahera. Nisahakatutusha. Siho oro. Siho kutara arakanahasa sisi. Katata kareya soho. Asahakati arahasahakatoro. Kotoro hukotoro hasana. Kataharata ahikoto. Hashako uru hukota. Katata haratita. Oshohuko uru husa. Itata harata kahita. Shata karai. Nasahaka osohuko. Utoto horoka asana. Shi hatara haki. Hasohuko orona. Atit karata hatara hasha. Kai yakanan hararato. Shai haka asoho. Kasahakatara arkana hasasi. Shihuko oroto orokahina. Atkarata hitoro hota. Kasuhuko toro hona. Atut horosha hayasaha. Atkarata hitoro otanahatu darake. Shahika atara arnahata. Isuhuko oro hota. Si ta taharata kahe. Kashahiko oro. Kasuhuko oro hotana asa. Shihanata arata kahoso. Matukuhoroto urahaya. Kashahaya sahana. Katuhuru tarvasha. Anahake era hatata ata. Kashuhu toro unahatu. Niharara kahesisiera. Artukuro unahaturu hosha. Sihaka anatakara. Nihara harsahanaturu. Isahaka arahatara shiso ukocha. Kasahaka atanaha. Karahuko uruhu sakuturu shihiso. Katut urutu utanaha kashishi. Sihakatara. Kauturu unhoturu. Shihatata arahaka esahanatake. Ni tata harata. Kashahaka aturu uto. Shihuku uruhuturu urshanakuya. Ni sahakara arkana hasu. Kushuhuku uruhuta. Katita harata ata. Hasuhukuna huturu hushakuru. Atuharaheta. Aturu huku ushahanata. Ichahatata. Kaiheka arahanasa. Isahakatara arkanheto. Ushuhukuru hutonarara. Atakararihi. Kashuhuku uruhunatu uruhusha. Ichahatat anahatakiriarata. Uturu ukunar warashishi. Arahatit karasahe. Uturu ukunar ukushai. Niariariaraka hasu notokorata. Ichahuturu. Asuhukatara arahnetu. Asuhukuturu unahaturu. Ashahatahare sohona. Atukura hasuturu. Kishahatar arnahatutu. Shatakahesa. Natakarata hatita hara. Huturu huku uruhata. Kasa hakatara arkanahituru. Ichahukari harataha. Asuhuku uruhuturu. Kasuhukuturu unahasa ekata. Atakaratihi. Kishkono huturu ukusha yuturu. Anahatakara hatati takara. Shihkuatar arkanasisi. Ishuhuturu. Isahaka ayarata atitakara. Atutu ruturu. Kishkohurata a. Isahanata aratakihira. Kututu urota atar haria. Katutu uruhuka. Isuhuku unaha swaya. Ashahayaka atitkarada. Kotaro harasahe. Kotiari aranahaka. Hasa ayaka ashavuta. Itarar kihira. Isuhuku rotara shahanatu koroto. Isuhuku rota arashane. Titiariara. Kotoro huku urahana. Ichahatara artikinanana. Uroko oshayata. Shititata tikiararu. Uturu ukushaya. Neariariata hatata uruhuturu. Shuyatu urututa. Shatkanate sayarata. Shututu urutu uruhokaya. Nita harata atikariara. Nasahaka era. Nata atata ararakaha. Kotor. Utor haya atara arkahe. Nasahaka ershaya. Nite ariare hakaya. Asuhuku toro konahate tira. Nita karata atata harasha. Kasahatata arhatukurna. Niri ariarahatuta. Katkarataha. Kasahaka atarakaha. Isuhugotoro. Shaihaka ararakaha. Nisuhugotoro katata. Ishararakaha suhotoro. Niriarakaha sataka. Shuhotoro unahatuda. Sihkochara. Shaatitara. Nirohukasa aha. Kiso ukotara watakurura. Chiarara sahanata karaso. Katuto uroto. Kasahaka arahatana. Asuhukotoro ushahanari. Sitiariarahaka sohu. Natahatata atara. Kitoro hokosa. Archihariarataha. Nitiariarakaheto. Kushohokoro. Ashohotoro ukona. Shihaka atara arakenedo. Kusahakaya. Nitatahararakahe. Shi otoro ukonoro. Shiako atara arakanahatara. Shiatata. Sihokotoro ukona. Shai hakara arakanatu. Otoro uka. Asahaka eataharana hesa. Kototo uruhakai. Asohoko uruhona. Satakarata atitakara. Hatoto uroka ashahika. Nisahaka ayara hatata ara. Kasohokoro urakaha. And a breath in for 1 Aum. Aum. Sihogotoro uranana. And a few breaths on your own. As we switched over the chant to Om Ahung 36 times, nice and slow, Uttura Urahanata Karahata, where we embrace the wisdom of the emptiness, Nihorota Uroshahata. Where we embrace and invite and allow the nourishment from spirit, Neorota, Hisa, Takarata Hati Tokoro, through the emptiness, Ni, Ara, Hasaheka. And a breath in for Aying. Aying. And a breath in to chant. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. thin frying. Stay here for as long as you like. Maybe even pause the video to spend more time in the energy. And when you are ready, slowly bring your awareness back to the here and now. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe shrug your shoulders and invite in some gentle movements. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. Congratulations, my friends. We have completed day number 5 of being, blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing our grace, our inherent grace, our natural essence, the natural essence of spirit and the holy fire, this highest source of consciousness. It all exists inside of each and every one of us. As a matter of fact, there's a universe inside of you. The universe is inside of you, which is why we're doing this. They said a few things during Niarata Atakaryata. Another interpretation of Om Ahung, why, and also why they're telling us, why they're telling me to say Hung with a G, NG, through the nasal Isukuta instead of Hum, which resonates in the chest cavity. Om starts down in the root, Om, and we're internalizing the Om, Niorotoko, Aum. We're internalizing and harmonizing with this primordial sound of the universe, Om. Ah, from the video on the verbs and the syllables for each of the verbs, for each of the chakras, Ah is for the heart, Niaryachako. It is the most open, and it's where every sound begins. Ah, from the heart, through the lungs, and through the vocal cavity. Ah is the most open sound. Ah, Om, internalizing and harmonizing with Om. Ah, us expressing out our light. Nioryochoko otor urtakata. And Hum, Hung, we are this light that is out there. We are the Om. We are this light. We are our essence and this universe. Hung. And it resonates upward through the nasal cavity and up through the crown. We are going from our root through Vasundhara, our earthly essence, all the way up in alignment. And this alignment leads into the other thing that they were talking about to me, is that this idea of immovable force, that it is not the egoic, I am stuck in my ways, I am right, and you are wrong, and I'm not budging. It's not the stubbornness. When we're aligned with divinity, starting with our safety, in our satisfaction, in our essence, in our inspiration, and our joy and our love, and then we're aligned divinely with these higher thought forms of truth, divine right timing, divine action, and divine creation. These ideas of righteousness, truth, grace, nihorota atakara ata, divine right action and divine right timing, when we're aligned with these through our joy. Abraham Hicks focuses on the joy because it's a simple thing to do, and we like to keep it simple. By more consistently aligning, we then are aligned with this divinity. And when we are aligned with this unconditional love, that is the true essence of our inner being, our Paramananda, when we peel back all the koshas to our true essence of bliss, niyara asakatiriyarata, that is unconditional love. That when we are unconditional loving, when we act through unconditional love, when we speak through unconditional love, when we think and see through unconditional love of total acceptance, then we are this. When we do this consistently, we are the immovable object. And this immovableness is really just that we prefer our alignment. And we're not going to move from it because we can interact successfully, completely, in every situation from this unconditional love. We may not know what this unconditional love is in our humanness while we're experiencing the emotions of our lower chakras and the failures of our contrast, because we see them as failures. We don't see them as success. We don't see them as somebody else's experience and somebody else's opinion. We then take on it. We feel hurt by it. And by realigning, by pressing pause and breathing, we can get back to alignment. And the more consistent we are, that we then become this immovable object of unconditional love, of grace, of divine light, of divine right timing, divine actions. That means we say things that are not inflammatory. We say things that are encouraging. We say things that are loving. We say things that are inspirational. We see things. Our presence is simply inspirational, motivational, enlightening, allows other people to light their light and feel safe in lighting their light. And that in and of itself is the irresistible force. When we're immovable from this divine, unconditional, totally accepting love, that is the irresistible force of the universe. So then, therefore, we are both this irresistible force and immovable object, just like Ma Durga. Mito uruta hisahana icha akayoroto. But until then, let's cool our jets. Let's get back to our gratitude. Let's get back to what inspires us. Let's get back to our joy. Let's get back to our non-judgmentalness. Let's get back to not making it any situation a big deal. Let's get back to listening and seeing the other person's point of view. Walking a mile in their shoes. These are all just suggestions. Now, from this meditation, what did you experience? What did you take away? I encourage you to journal about it. Whether you write yourself an email like I do, or you write it down in a notebook. Whether you make yourself an audio recording, you speak light language in this audio recording, whether you write light script, it does not matter what you do. Uturyu. If you capture it, you can go back. I met somebody in the past that every single one of their meditations, they wrote in a book, and they're going to write several books out of it. Doesn't mean that you have to, but if you write in a journal and you document it, you can go back and re-experience it. You can flip through it and you can bring it into this now. You can also see how far you've come. You can see how more consistently you are aligning with your highest joy, your highest bliss. Then you can pat yourself on the back. In our journey, one breath at a time, one moment at a time, one alignment at a time, one observation of reality at a time. Are we observing it as contrast? Are we observing it as abundance? It is all up to you. So I thank you, my friends, for sharing in my highest bliss. Shine on from your inner being. And make it a great day. Because why would you leave it up to anyone else?